Milford Sound is truly breathtaking, like something from another world. It felt like we found a secret spot on Earth. Even the journey to get there felt like that, and you will see what I mean as we go along. A lot of people choose to visit Milford Sound through tour operators, and we found that option a bit too hectic, especially with a baby. The trip is around 4 hours one way, followed by a 2-hour boat ride, and then another 4-hour drive back. So we decided to drive halfway to Teanau and then head to Milford Sound the next day early morning. This way, we got to enjoy the beautiful drive at our own pace with less traffic. We were able to catch the first boat of the day, and since most of the tour operators reach only by the afternoon, there were fewer people around. Honestly, this is the best way to experience Milford Sound, and believe me, Milford Sound can get very crowded. The drive to Milford Sound was beautiful. Along the way, we came across a stunning spot called the Devil's Staircase. There's an interesting story behind the name Devil's Staircase. Early European settlers faced steep inclines and treacherous roads here, and many believed that they were being tested by the spirit of the land. Some even thought that the area was cursed. Now you've probably seen cops clearing the roads for important politicians and very large deliveries, but have you ever seen them do it for moving houses? I literally mean moving house, because they were actually moving a house. That was a huge house. Then we reached Homer Tunnel. It's a really long tunnel that leads to a place called 100 Falls, and the name fits because there really are so many waterfalls. Imagine drilling a hole into your stomach, and once inside, you would probably see a glossy surface with several veins running through it, right? That's what it felt like. As we crossed the tunnel, it was as if we were inside the mountain. All around us were these glossy, misty mountains with waterfalls that looked like veins. It was so surreal. There is a Maori legend about Milford Sound, or as the Maori calls it, Piopiotahi, named after the now extinct Piopio bird. The story is that the demigod Tuteraki Whanova carved out this whole area, transforming the wild, untamed land into something beautiful, with Piopiotahi being his greatest masterpiece. But it was said to be so beautiful that the goddess of the underworld, Hine Nui Tepo, feared that the humans would never leave. So she sent sandflies, tiny insects whose bites are not tiny. I've got few bites myself, few on my fingers and on my neck, and the pain felt like a combination of both a mosquito bite and a bee sting. It was painful, and the discomfort lasted the entire trip in New Zealand. By the time we reached Piopiotahi, it had started raining and the temperature had dropped. So we bundled Imai up in his snowsuit and then we covered the baby carrier with its rain cover. Then we rushed over since we were running a bit late for our cruise check-in.
Every heartbeat, every breath is filled with thoughts of you. I am so lost without you. and I don't know what to do. Sleepless nights, filled with all the things I didn't say, that I will make it okay. Turn back time, never let you slip away. Every heartbeat, every breath is filled with thoughts of you. I am so lost without you, and I don't know what to do.
Oh, wow.
I truly believe that nature is God, and the more you travel, the closer you'll get to it. Piopiotahi, Milford Sound felt like our closest encounter. This is probably one of the best stories that we have to tell, and we are so happy that we got this chance to share it with you. We were in New Zealand for 2 months and we have around 15 episodes planned, so stay tuned. If you like this video, please do hit the like button, subscribe, like and share with your friends and family. Our next episode is on Hokitika, and once that video is ready, you'll find it right here.